Okay, so let's start. Hello everyone. I have made myself a tea and make yourself a tea or coffee. Feel like at home, and yeah, so let's just start. So first of all, why I'm doing this video? This is also first time me talking on a phone and posting it publicly. So my name is Diana. And recently I have made an eye surgery to improve my eyesight called Lasik. And I think many of you are very interested in this. And recently I have actually discovered, I have met so many people that did the same. But everyone had like a bit different experience. I mean, the result should be still the same, you should see. Very clear and like clear and crispy, but I thought that it makes also sense to share my experience so that maybe you can more understand what you will go through if you are already like thinking of the eye surgery or if you have already an appointment. So to be honest, I don't know if it makes sense to listen to me if you have already an appointment, because I will talk in detail so that you can more understand what you feel. Because before the surgery I knew how the whole process is. I knew that you make, like, the surgeon makes a cut, then then the machine lasers your eyes, but still I couldn't really understand what will I feel, like pressure or will it hurt or not. And I thought, okay, maybe I will just concentrate and focus myself in this video on talking about my feelings and experience. So I will skip the whole background. So I have been thinking for the eye surgery like for maybe 5 or even 10 years, but I couldn't find any right timing. Right timing is always sometimes it can be tricky, but now I thought, okay, I have already right timing here. So I was kind of already mentally prepared, and I knew, okay, I will not sit at my laptop and I don't work. So that was the perfect timing for me. But to be honest, there is never perfect timing. You just have to make sure that after the surgery you can take time for yourself, maybe sit a bit less on social media, or even like skip on that at all. I know it's a bit easier said than done, but still take yourself time after the surgery. But let's start about talking the eye surgery itself. So in total it took about 1 hour with the preparation and with the explanation of what I can expect. And when I came to my doctor, to the surgeon, so first of all I was given like I don't know how you called it, like for the surgery you have like this kind of coat and also a hat. Then and maybe a short disclaimer, English is not my native language, so I will try to do my best to explain everything, but I'm not really keen of all this medical terms. So just bear with my English, but I will do my best. So yeah, and also another disclaimer, so I'm only talking about my experience. It doesn't mean that you will have very or the same process and like same feelings. I want just to make sure that maybe later I will also watch this video, because now 4 days have passed since my surgery, and I think it's very fresh to talk about my experience, about my feelings. So so disclaimer on that, my experience is not your experience, is not equal to that, but still I think if you want to do that, or if you have already an appointment, it will be something similar. Okay, so let's start again. So when I came, I became like this surgery coat, then the hat, and I was giving like a lot of medication in my eyes, so the liquid ones, so that I do not feel my eyes, and then what I have been given as well. I was asked if I want to take a pill that will keep my like nervous system balanced if you're stressed, but I wasn't really nervous. Of course, you're always a bit nervous, but still it was fine. So I thought, no, I don't really want like to take the medicine here, and yeah, and then the whole preparation started. So it take around 20 minutes. So first of all, they're disinfecting your whole face, especially the eye area here, and they're putting some, I don't know how you call this, but this is like to disinfect everything, and it has brown colors. So they put like here and here, like all these liquid things. Then they're giving you the eye drops, so that you will not feel everything, the whole surgery. Exactly. And then I think this took around 10 minutes, so it was very fast. I was calm on that, because I already knew what to expect. And then the surgeon came, he greeted me, and also he explained what I can expect from the whole surgery, and that the surgery itself will take around 5 seconds of the time. 5 seconds meaning the laser, not the whole surgery, because I think the whole surgery takes about 15 to 20 minutes, or maybe 15. Yeah, because it just takes a bit time to prepare your eye. So, but the laser itself takes around 5 seconds. It depends on your eyesight. So I had really bad eyesight. I had minus, I think it was minus 4.75 on my right eye, and minus 5.5 or minus 6 on my left eye. So it was constant throughout the last 3 years. So yeah, so I can really tell the difference now. But I also wore contact lenses before, so I already know how it feels not wearing glasses. But before the surgery, I took off my contact lenses for about 2 months. So now I still have this wow effect that I do not really need to wear the glasses, just the sunglasses, by the way. So you're very light sensitive, and also I had to put the curtains a bit down here because it's very sunny now. And yeah, so your eyes will be light sensitive, but I think it will take around 1 week to 1 month. So important here to have very good sunglasses with high protection. So coming back to the surgery, I came, and then I had to lay down, and what was very interesting to me, I personally thought that usually your head is fixated. So I thought that they will put something on my head, but actually it was like not a pillow, but like all this massage beds, I don't know how you call this, where you have like this type of thing for your face when you have the hole inside. So you put like your face down, and it was the other way around. So it was similar thing with the hole inside, and you had like to put your head on that. Yeah, so hope you understood that. So I just took my place, and then I laid down. And what was very important to me is that the surgeon, he always spoke to me. So he always talked, and he told what to expect. And I think this is very important, because it is actually good to know what you have to expect, because there are certain steps that are, yeah, I wouldn't say that they scared me, but they were still like not the best ones that you had, like from the feeling. So first of all, I don't know if you know how the laser surgery, what is the whole process. So basically you have, yeah, it's very hard to explain, but your eye has a lot of layers, and it's important that the surgeon does a cut on the top of the layer to make a flip. So in the LASIK, if you do a LASIK, you make like a flip, so meaning you cut a part of your eye, then you do a flip, and then the laser, like the machine, does the thing, so meaning that it lasers your eye, and then the flip that the surgeon did, it goes back on your eye, meaning that actually nothing changes at all. So what changes is, of course, the laser does the thing that the laser lasers your eye. Yeah, so first of all, the surgeon had to do the cut, and that was, I think, the most scary thing, or I wouldn't say even scary, but I felt a bit, I don't know, uncomfortable. Maybe it is the perfect adjective for that. Yeah, I think you just feel uncomfortable because first of all, the surgeon had to make your eye stable, meaning that he took like a round thing, like it's very soft, but he puts this inside of your eye so that you don't blink, you know, like because we used to blink, it's normal, it's our reflex, I think, and then you don't have to blink. So first of all, he has to stabilize it. It was actually very easy. From the feeling, you feel a bit of pressure, but it's okay. So it's still like you can cope with that, because when I read like all the experiences, all the reviews of other patients, they actually told that it hurts, and that it might be a bit like you can feel a lot of pressure. I personally didn't feel any like pressure. Of course, it's a bit strange that you cannot blink, but because you cannot feel your eye anymore because of the eye drops, it's fine for you. And interesting thing here is that you see everything. Like you don't see like clear the things, but of course, because you still see, you're not blind in the whole surgery, you actually get the thing what the surgeon does. And I think for me personally, that was interesting part of that. Of course, you don't do the surgery every day, so yeah, it's kind of funny that I'm talking about that positive, because many people, they're scared of the whole surgery, and I can also get it, of course, but for me it was kind of also cool to realize what the surgeon does with your eye. So I could still see everything, but depending on the step, sometimes I saw a bit blurry, sometimes like more clear. And yeah, so the first step was like to put this thing on your eye to make your eye stable. Then you couldn't blink anymore. And then the most difficult part to me personally was the vacuum. To be honest, I didn't know about that. I'm usually the person who, like, I inform myself about everything, but I wasn't aware of the part that actually you put something like a vacuum. I'm not sure why you do this. I'm not a surgeon, so I really don't know. I haven't studied medicine, but the surgeon already told me that I will feel a lot of pressure on my eye, and that I will not see anything for about 2 seconds. And it was like that. So I think like he put a vacuum on my eye, and like it felt like I felt a lot of pressure, and it was so like it was a lot of pressure that I even felt it in my ear, you know, like because our organs are kind of combined here. So I even felt like a pressure on my ear, but it takes around a couple of seconds. And of course, if you know like the result, you can bear with that. But this was like the most scary part to me. And then you don't see anything for 2 seconds. So that was also a bit scary, because your eye is still open, you know, but when you don't see anything and you think like, okay, what's wrong here? But because the surgeon already told me like, yeah, expect that you don't see anything, it's normal. I was like, okay, so what's next? And then he took Exactly. And then you don't see anything for a couple of seconds. But then I think he puts that off, so the vacuum, so you don't feel any pressure anymore. And then the interesting part comes. You can hear everything and you can actually see everything. But I saw very, very blurry on that part, so I even didn't realize what he did. Like, he still used the eye drops to, I forgot the word, but the thing that you don't feel your eye, you know. So he always also touched my eye, so that to kind of to check if everything is good on that, because of course it will hurt a lot if you feel your eye. So he had to do a cut, and he took like a drill. I hope that's the right word. And I was like, and you could actually hear that. So in that second, I realized, wow, this surgery is super serious actually, because I wasn't like thinking of everything. But then in that moment, you realize like, wow, something has been done to your eye, and you're actually totally trusting the surgeon. So that's very weird. It was weird feeling to me. I don't know, like it was my first surgery in my life, and hopefully also the last one. But this was kind of like my thought in that moment. And then he did a cut. Of course, you don't feel anything. It feels weird, but because you hear everything, but you don't feel the cut, of course, guys. No, please don't understand me wrong. And then actually the easiest part was the laser itself, because you see, like, you look on 3 dots. You have like a green dot in the middle, and you have 2 red ones on the left side and the right side, and you have to look exactly in the green area on that dot, and it takes around, I don't know, 3 to 6 seconds for the laser to work. And the surgeon already warned me that if something happens and I look like not in that direction, the laser will stop. So actually the laser controls your eye movement, and here you have not to worry that there is a possibility that the laser will laser something else instead of your eye. No, so don't worry about that. So you look in the green dot, not on the red ones on the left and on the right. It smells, so it smells like something has burned, like, you know, burnt hair. In that moment you also think like, oh, crazy, actually it's my eye and it is lasered now. So so in that moment you just smell the laser, or I don't know, you smell your eye. But it is how it is. And then the most easy part is like to put the flip back. So after the laser, the surgeon, I think he disinfected my eye again, so you can see that something is being done on your eye, and then he put the flip back on your eye, and then and then the whole process was done. So I actually talked in detail, so I hope that you're not scared now. The interesting part was that I did LASIK on 2 eyes, on my left as well. And when the surgeon started like to put the eye drops in my left eye, and then he touched my eye to check if it is already I forgot the word, but if this is if I can still feel my eye. I actually felt something, and I told him like, I'm not sure if the eye drop worked. And he was like, no, you don't feel anything, but because your brain knows what to expect now, you can feel, because our 2 eyes are actually one organ, and it is connected to your brain, and everything comes from your brain. So I actually didn't feel anything, but I thought I felt something, because I already knew, okay, what to expect, that I will go through this vacuum again. And in that moment I realized like, wow, it's so interesting how the brain works, so how like or the neurosystems works, that it is connected to our eyes, and actually what we see is that is like connected to our brain. So yeah, also reminds me here on the book The Body keeps its core, that actually our body can remember, you know. So yes, that was my experience. And after that, also the same process on my left eye. And after the surgery, I had to take a seat like on a couch, and then 15 to 20 minutes I had to rest. But after the surgery, I thought I would be not blind, but I thought that I wouldn't see anything. Actually, I saw blurry, but I still could walk and I saw everything. But it's also important here that someone comes with you, picks you up, and brings you to the surgeon, because on that day, I wouldn't recommend you like to walk or on your own, or to take public transport, and you also cannot drive the car, I think, but I think it's clear. So yeah, actually my dad, he helped me here, and yeah, it's always good to have someone by your side to take care of you. And yeah, so after the surgery, you relax a bit, and actually it's okay, but the eye drops, it's not like if you're at a dentist, it's a bit different. So when you receive this thing, and like when you do your teeth, it takes longer to feel again your teeth. With eyes is a bit different, so it takes shorter time to again like feel everything, you know. And exactly, so around like half an hour has passed, and already felt like something in my eye, and also like I had a lot of tears in my eyes, but it was fine. It lasted about like 3 to 5 hours, and after that it was fine. So I have to take some eye drops now for 1 week, 4 times a day. But after 1 week, the surgeon promised me that I will see like everything very clear, because now I'm light sensitive, and also when I look in the dark, especially when I see a light, it's still a bit blurry, so I can actually see very well, like, because now I just like I'm totally speaking normal, I'm seeing everything, but it's not perfect. But to be honest, it's much better than wearing contact lenses, because my eyes were like before I did the eye surgery, I couldn't wear contact lenses because they were like not too dry, but my eyes were like quite often very dry. And also glasses were not an option to me, because I had like very bad eyesight, a lot of dioptries, and I really like to have my 360-degree angle and see everything. So yeah, what else can I tell you? So now it's my 4th day after the surgery, so everything still feels fresh, and maybe someday I will also watch this video again to just remember. And yeah, but to be honest, I'm very glad that I did that. I'm still young, and I think it's important that you do the eye surgery when you really can take time for that. I know a lot of people, they go to work the next day, they work with a laptop, but I wouldn't recommend that, because I think it's also important for you to take time for yourself, for your brain, to relax a bit. And yeah, it's still hard to be not to be on my phone, but I'm trying to do my best, like to just keep away my phone from me, just look like, you know, just walk a bit more, go to a park, but always wear sunglasses, please, because yeah, I mean, you can feel if you're not wearing the sunglasses, because your eyes are very sensitive. Yeah, but I'm very happy that I did that, and I hope that also after 1 month it will be even better, because now I can see very clear and crisp. And I was very surprised that I could actually see already the next day. And I think that's the best feeling, to just, wake up and see everything, because before that, when you wake up, you see very blurry before you wear the glasses. And yeah, and also that's the best feeling, to just like see in the night, because in the night, like, everything feels even more blurrier. So yeah, now I'm enjoying my life, and I will not lie, like, I can feel that my life has a higher quality now than it was before. And I think I'm even more happier. I know that maybe in 1 week or 1 month I will get used to that, but now I'm just enjoying it, because this is one of the best feelings. And I think that's very sad that we have like to pay for something that was given from God, from the day of your birth. But unfortunately, like, many people, they wear glasses nowadays. And yeah, but it's so cool that there are a lot of technologies where you can improve your eyesight, and that you can actually do that. So yes, I talked quite a lot, and yeah, I hope that that it was insightful for you, that maybe after this video, I hope that you still want to do the eye surgery. But I thought that it is quite interesting to tell my story, and I did this video on purpose in English, because I think the audience is just much broader. And yeah, but also ask me in the comments below if you have any questions. Maybe I forgot to tell you something, because it's always like that, that you forget to tell something. But all in all, I'm very happy now, and I can highly recommend you to do that. Of course, my experience is not your experience, but hopefully you will have very similar experience, because I have a positive experience, and I think that's most important to me. Thanks, guys, and yeah, cheers to this day.